was awesome. And then we reopened after that. Yay, we're going to start again. And then, boom, COVID kicked in. Lockdowns. So it was, pretty crazy year, Danny, to be honest. But anyway, then lockdown started. And, of course, one by one I ended up losing all of my team because I couldn't operate as a cafe, as many people in hospitality would have gone through. I pretty much lost everyone but Anne. And between the two of us, we just sort of figured out, well, what are we missing? What do people need at the moment? They can't leave their houses. Maybe we should try and deliver meals. So I sort of sat back and watched what everybody else was doing, and everyone's trying to scramble and figure out what to do. And we just sort of went with our gut and said, let's just do that. We were feeding thousands of people beforehand. Why can't we do the same sort of thing now? And we'll just figure out a delivery system. And it had lots of hiccups in the beginning. And that was before Cookaborough came along. So Cookaborough is the software platform that I use now, and it's just been an absolute game changer for me. It feels like it's just so meant to be, because we were doing batch cooking, I guess, through the disaster relief, and now that's pretty much what we're doing with Cookaborough. So we already had a good idea about how to do it, and now I've somehow transformed it into a really great business model, which grows, it seems, every week, every month. It gets bigger and bigger, and there's more opportunity. And it's all because we sort of learnt from the bushfire stuff. So it's just been weird how it's all worked out. It's pretty amazing, actually.
You never know where you're going to get your lessons and, find your next direction, do you?
I know. No, it's all just happened so well, and so, obviously with all the hiccups that goes with COVID and everything else. But no, it's just been a really great way to transform the business. So we actually got rid of the coffee machine. Even this morning, we still had people turning up asking if they could come in for a coffee, but we're not a cafe anymore. So we've got rid of all of that. We've got rid of the customer seating, and we are a production kitchen now. So that's what we've turned into. We still do a bit of catering, and we do our cooking lessons whenever we can, but our main focus now is our ready meal deliveries, which, I really enjoy too as a chef, because it's sort of going back to my days on super yachts, and I can be a private chef again. Every menu is different each week, which I love. I love the creativity. I was never very good in the cafe, to be honest, Danny. I'm not very good at, sticking to the same menu every week. I get bored really quickly. I need a challenge. And this just suits my personality really, really well.
Love it. So what's when you say batch cooking, can you just explain what that is?
Yeah, so basically you're cooking, for example, I'll cook a massive batch of like 40 kilos of meat, chicken tikka masala, for example, and then we portion it all up, and you've got 40 meals ready to go. So it's cooking everything in one big pot or in the oven or whatever, but it's like you're cooking in volume, I guess, and then you're portioning it out. And that's what we did during the disaster relief. So you're doing one big pot of something or one big tray of something and then portioning it up, instead of, I guess, a la carte, where, it's to order. As I said, that doesn't suit my personality.
So you've got that creativity, but also is it like the rigor of that you're working towards a particular delivery day each week, so it's kind of all streamlined? Exactly.
And what I love about it as well now is that I know exactly how much I've got to order. So our orders come off at 10 o'clock on a Monday night. I know exactly how much food we need in the kitchen. I know exactly how much my wages will be. And it's reduced waste. There's no more waste, because everything, if we cook a little bit more than we're supposed to, we freeze it down, then we sell it as a frozen meal next week, and they still sell really well as well. So it just ticks so many boxes. And I love, we still have a personal connection with our customers too, probably more so than when we were at a cafe, because now we're in a situation where the team and I say, it's been really interesting, actually. I'm the only chef at the moment. And out of the team, we've got Anne, who was a dairy farmer for years, and then there's Sally, and she worked at the Bega Cheese Factory for years. Sam was a dancer in Moulin Rouge. All of the team have got such different backgrounds, but now they know they're all sort of trained up to weigh up the recipes, prep the food. Quite often they'll cook a lot of it as well, and it's just been a really good process. So they're all part of it from the start to the end, and then they deliver it as well. So there's this connection that they have with the food, and then they're delivering it personally to the customers. They do the same sort of route every week, so they know their customers really well. And we have stories every week of our customers waiting out on the driveway to give us chocolates or a bottle of wine, or they just want to have a conversation and say hello. It's such a personal connection. I love that about it as well. It's not just, people coming in for a coffee anymore, which, as I said, wasn't my strength. So I just love it for so many reasons, and that's a big one, actually. Yeah, that's a really big one.
What do you think, do you think that, post-COVID, is this still going to be a thing that people are going to want to stand in their driveways and wait for their dinner to arrive? Do you feel like this model's got longevity?
I do, because it's funny that you say that, because so many people have said to me recently, well, now that restrictions aren't on anymore, are you still going to do the meals? And I'm watching the numbers, and they're not dying at all. People are getting used to this convenience now. So, and also another great thing about the platform is that we deal with a lot of NDIS participants and a lot of people on home care plans. So anyone that is eligible for Meals on Wheels, we give them, they're eligible to buy our meals as well and get up to, I think it's 70% off. And then the government reimburses us. So we're helping more and more people like that as well. But it's also been great for people that are doing renovations on their kitchen, that don't have a kitchen at the moment, or time poor people, or parents that have a new baby in the family, elderly people that can't cook anymore, don't want to cook anymore. There's so many different demographics that this business model suits, not to mention the tourists. We're looking at delivering we've got 32 caravan parks on our path that we deliver every Friday. So that's my next step to try and grow it towards, because I don't know, can you imagine going camping and then rocking up and you've pre-ordered a really nice meal for your family, and there's something for the mum and there's something for the dad, and then the kids can have pasta. It's all there in your fridge ready to go. It's a convenience that people are getting used to that they haven't had before, I guess, on the coast. Yeah.
I definitely can imagine that camping scenario. That does sound very relaxing. What's something on this week's menu that you're really proud of?
Do you know what? Every week is so different. So we sort of go. It's interesting doing these menus because I'm trying to cover quite a few different demographics, but every week the lasagnas sell well. They always sell well. That's a given. Lately the last couple of weeks we've been doing lunchbox treats. We're doing a little bit of a Chinese New Year celebration this week, so we've got lots of Chinese meals on there. We do things like old school sweet and sour pork, or what else have we done? Oh, we've got, chow mein, we've got sweet potato cottage pie. I'm doing an Iranian lamb and split pea casserole, which I can't wait to cook. And then we've got a seasonal vegetarian lasagna. Danny, this recipe was from my home ec class in primary school. So that's how different it can be.
Stood the test of time.
Yeah, it's a favourite of mine. So every week the recipes are drawn from somewhere, whether it's nostalgic or whether, it might be Bastille Day this week, it might be Mother's, whatever it is, it might be. And the team and I have spoken about it. We're always going to try and reflect what's happening in the world that week, or if someone sees a recipe, the team are always texting in recipes if they've cooked something or if they've seen something cool. We all share ideas, and I love nostalgic recipes for me. We did retro apricot chicken last week, and we also did, but we'll also do some recipes from, say, for example, chin chins or arabesque, or, some of my favourite cookbooks. It changes every week, and that's what I really, really love about it. So that's what we've got this week. That's just a snippet. We've also got Sicilian cheesecake. We've got a strawberry pie. We've got Sunday meatballs. So there's, as I was saying before, there's something for everyone on there. Mum and dad, the kids, grandma. Yeah.
Love it.